Alright, so I'm gonna show you what comes with the krooztune xplor XEW, so PDS shock upgrade kit for the two-stroke. This one's set up for a 300 for the years 2017, 2019. So I'll start off here. We have a machine sleeve with a couple bleed valve holes in it. We got the bladder conversion kit. We have a new piston and new nut, some shim stacks, shim stack, shim stack. I don't know exactly what this piece is called, but it goes in there. And some extra shims. So that we can do it. So you got some options. I'm going to go from top to bottom. So these are compression shim settings. For me, or this is how the highlighted stuff is what's set up from them. So they already kind of did your shim stack for you, but if you want to adjust it, say to the soft option, then you can change something. So like this one has a 42 by 0.2 and there's 7 of them. If I go over to the soft, 42 times 2, but there's only 6 of them. So you have to go kind of line for line and see what's different. Now, I'm keeping the medium option. I think that'd be a good setup for me. High speed, keeping that the same. There's no other options. And here's where I'm making my difference, is I'm not in this particular weight spring setup. I have a 66 spring in mine. So I'd be over here at the 64 to 72. And I went through and X'd over what's different between the two. So you can see I took out this 0.25 shim and I put in the 0.3 shim. And then over here they have 5 of these 26 spacer shims, and I call for 3. So those are the changes that I made for my setup. So I already went and changed it up. So that's the one shim I took out, and I used the other one. So that is the brief overview of that. One modification that you have to do, that if you're not if you're unsure of your skills, you do have to, let's get this to focus. There we go. You have to drill a 2mm bleed hole in your shock, which I have a CNC mill, so it really wasn't, too crazy for me. But I'm actually going to possibly machine up something that would be a sleeve that goes on here, so that you can put your shock down on here. You slide the sleeve on, it will automatically do the 15mm offset and have it centered up in there. So it's basically going to be like a drill guide where to perfectly put it. So maybe I'll make it, maybe I won't. It's in my head. We'll see. But now it's time for assembly. Obviously, I got my shock stripped down, and we're going to start putting it together. So I'm not going to record the process because I got one hand, one on the camera. I am going to switch to a different camera and try figuring it out as we go, but my stuff's a little bit custom. I got the Slavin's stink bug on my stock shim stack, and I just have to figure out what spacers is kept and everything. So I have to look at this. These are the shim instructions, but I have to go on the actual laptop and get the other instructions. So we'll figure this out together. All right, let's put on our bumper. Let's put that on. Now we have to go work between these two to find out what I need, what I don't need. Now the big question that I've been debating, do I put on the Slavin stink bug? We'll put it on, see how it goes. Oh, almost made a mistake already. Gotta put our seal head on. And let's get a little lube up here. Which is pretty bad. I bought a seal bullet. Of course, it's a Tusk one. And it don't fit. This shaft is too long. So, lo and behold, that don't do me no good. All right. Let's just be careful with our seal. Keep it nice and square. Oh, yeah, this goes on nice. Okay, there we go. Now, stink bug killer. And we're gonna work from the bottom. So this is what I believe I need. And I'm gonna tell you guys, pre-warning you, I am no expert. All right, does this move? There we go, we're on the bottom. All right, so now we gotta move over to our krooztune situation. Okay. We're just gonna take this whole stack. Actually, we're gonna take the whole stack. At least the good thing is, if we were to mess it up, now we're doing a dry fit before I put on all right, so let's take off from here. What about this bad boy? All right, they are different sizes. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna see how close our bleed is. All right, let's set it at 15. No, let's see. So that's not at 15. What do we have wrong here? Aha. So this nut has a built-in washer. That's what we're off by, okay. Make sure we don't have nothing stuck. to the bottom? We do not. All right. Okay. Now let's go and see. Whoo-wee. Not sure if you guys can see that. Well, I'll take a picture. Come on. There we go. I need something. Let's check the other side. Yep, other side's looking good too. Whew, thank God. All right, let's put it back in. Okay. There we go. Now, what are we missing? I do have some Loctite still in here. I'm gonna have to figure that out before I tighten this back up. But overall, this is what we got. I was getting ready to call it a night with this high speed because I didn't want to break anything. I originally thought you had to hold it with the screwdriver on the one end, and glad I didn't. And then I put it in the plastic soft jaws, and it was not gripping good enough. So I had to put it in my metal soft jaws, or aluminum ones, and thank God that worked. All right, let's see what we got. All right. Let's rip off. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna guess this has some blue Loctite on it. I don't see it, but you would think. Or is it pinged? Feels kind of sharp up there. All right, so I'm gonna put these on. There we go. We're gonna put our new piston on. Gotta lube up this O-ring a little bit. This new came with the O-ring, so let's put this new one on. Get it oiled up. And let's do a comparison of the stock one and this one. So we have 4 ports on the new one, 3 ports on the old one, and a couple little extra ports right there. Okay. Now I know. Okay, so let's put that back on, or put the new one on. Now let's go and clean this up a little bit. What do I see up top here? Yep, a little blue Loctite. Looks like they just dribbled it right on the top. Might be a good idea. All right, I gotta clean that up. Okay, I'm not going to install it all the way, but I am going to put it on here for the night. It's getting late. There we go. Just gotta make sure we don't forget. Let's clean up. Let's see. Let's go in here. Does that look like it's on there? I certainly hate to mess it up. Let's see how much we got left on here. Actually, maybe more than I thought. I just went out and bought some. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's get a good angle here. We're pretty tight. I would say that is all the way tight. Okay. Now, one of the videos say to let this sit overnight. Oh boy, do I feel like doing that? I forgot, I just dragged out all this stuff. Well, I can at least work on some other stuff. We're gonna put a little bit of lube up in here. So this is Race Tech. What do they call it? Don't got my have glasses. Something suck seal grease. Which I think I've seen other people just use regular grease, but I'm a rookie. I don't know what you should be using and not be using, so Okay. That's gonna be a tight fit. A little more grease. Okay. There we go. There we go. Getting good. I should have brought my glasses. I cannot see nothing. Glasses are on. I'm trying to see. There we go. See, I couldn't see if this was seated down or not. I'd say all for all, if you were only doing a bladder install, it's definitely not hard. Okay. We are going to pull this back up a little bit. This might not be the intended use for this tool, but I want it to seat. Yeah, okay, there we go. Seated. All right. Let's put this back on for now. I guess it's time to put a little oil on my shark. I'm gonna lube up this piston. Okay. And going to see, it's about to start making a mess. I want to put this back in. This is not a good how-to at all. Okay, it's in there. Alright. Okay, so Let's clean up some of this stuff.